Check, check, check. Check, check. Hey. Still no audio? Can you hear the audio now? Yeah. Okay. Check, 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 check. Let's see here. Okay. There's our audio. All right. So welcome to our 30-minute guided meditation. I'm thrilled to be here with Warriors for Life America. I'm offering these meditation sessions on Tuesday mornings, 7:30. Good way to start off your day. So I imagine that some of us are seasoned meditators and some of us have not meditated at all before. So we will talk about the basics and do a few practices that are relatively simple in nature. Then might get into a few that are more complicated and more involved that really get the mind focused and get the body calm. Because after all, that is the goal of meditation. It is to calm the mind so the mind can be focused on one thing. And something kind of interesting happens when you focus the mind. There's a sense of peace, in the body and in the emotions. So when we're peaceful, there's less suffering in our lives. So it's a funny thing, all of our emotions that we feel, emotions that bubble up, emotions that come and go, if you really analyze how they work, they are started by thought. Now, that may be controversial and you may not agree with that, but thoughts cause emotion. So from my studies, my experiences, the tradition that I come from, thoughts cause emotions and then emotions cause physical reactions in the body. So if we're going to attempt to gain a sense of dominion over our lives, it starts with thoughts. It starts with learning to control the mind. So we are just so lucky that the wise yogis of the past gave us a lot of techniques and tools on how to do that, on how to begin to calm the mind, right? So when we say the word meditation, that implies a whole school of teachings on how to do that, how to calm the mind. And there are literally hundreds of techniques. We can do it by breathing certain ways, looking at certain things with our eyes, feeling certain things in our body, repeating words that are either audible or mentally recited, mantra. So lots and lots and lots of different techniques. So let's explore a few of them together. So for today, if you're not already sitting comfortably, please find a seat. It doesn't matter what the seat looks like. You can have crossed legs. You can have folded legs back behind you. You can sit in a chair with your feet on the ground. What we want to do is find a sense of relaxation in the body and a tall spine. So those are the two requirements for meditation poses: tall spine and comfort. So let's please do that together. All right. If you're in a chair, just put your lower back against the back of the chair. Crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Shoulders relax. Let your hands just rest in your lap or on your thighs. So the first thing we'll do together is just very simple. So with your spine tall and shoulders relaxed and hands either on the legs or in the lap, just begin to breathe deeply. Close your eyes. So close the eyes. Take a full inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Do that again. Inhale all the way and hold the breath just for 3 seconds at the top of the inhale. Full lungs. Hold the breath, then open the mouth, let it go. Keep the eyes closed. Now seal the lips. Just gently touch top lip to bottom lip. Keep the spine erect. So we want some muscle activity holding your back up, but everything else in the body is relaxed. Let the feet be still on the ground. Don't cross the legs. If you're sitting in a chair, just keep the feet planted. If you're sitting down, the legs can be crossed if you choose. Hands are just gently resting on the thighs or in the lap. And place your attention on your face and let's relax it. Notice that we have a tendency to furrow our eyebrows. So let's not do that right now. Just relax the face, the forehead, the cheeks, even the ears. Sometimes we have a tendency to flex the ears. And now let's slowly, like a scanning device, let's move our awareness down the body. So become aware of your neck and relax that. Relax the throat. Now notice your shoulders and let the shoulders be heavy. Place your awareness into your heart space. Relax your heart. Relax your chest. Allow the heart to beat naturally, slowly, evenly, rhythmically. Moving down further still, notice your lower abdomen and relax your belly. So all the while, we're still reaching the crown of the head up to the sky and the spine is still tall, but everything else is relaxed. So notice your hips now. All the muscles in our pelvic area, relax those. Notice that your arms are heavy and they're still. And now the legs, the upper legs, the thighs, the knees, the calf muscles, shins, ankles, and feet. So now that we've scanned from the top of the body down to the toes, let's connect our breath with this scanning motion. So I'd like you to slowly inhale and move your awareness back up the body. So all the body parts we just identified move back up from toes all the way up the legs, up through the hips, through the torso, up to the head. And that's the inhale. And then as you slowly exhale, go back down again. So we're breathing extra slow and we're moving our awareness from the toes up the legs to the crown of the head as we inhale. And from the crown of the head all the way down the body, down the legs to the toes on the exhale. So your awareness is like a radar beam or a scanning meter where you lift as you inhale and you lower as you exhale. Make the breath very smooth and very even. And make it deeper. Make sure you're taking full lung breaths here. So for the next minute, continue this technique of lifting your awareness as you inhale and then lowering the awareness as you exhale. Okay, about 20 more seconds. Please continue. Keep the mind focused. Okay. Let's all take a deep inhale now. Breathe in all the way. Hold your breath. Lift the crown of the head even higher towards the ceiling. Then open the mouth, exhale. Slowly open the eyes. Okay. So that was just a couple of techniques that we're going to tiptoe into to get the mind calm, right? Meditation. As I mentioned earlier, meditation can mean 1,000 different things. Techniques to make the mind under your control. So when I say that, that might imply something. If you're bringing the mind under your control, who is the one controlling the mind? Interesting. Is the mind not us? Or are we something separate from the mind? Ah, that's an interesting concept, right? So the brain, the yogis of the past, the wise yogis that gave us the tradition of yoga and meditation, they tell us that the brain is only the physical counterpart to your true self, right? Your true self is not physical. You can't really point to your soul, to your higher self. It's not in this physical dimension. But the brain certainly is. The brain is physical gray matter that science recognizes, and it's physically here in the world, inside your head. But the brain isn't us. We are an intelligence that's greater than the brain. We are the consciousness that uses the brain as an interface to interact with the world. So that's what we mean when we say we control the mind, we control the brain. You're the higher consciousness that utilizes the brain as a tool. So once we create that separation, we learn, wow, we can begin to direct our thoughts towards something more positive, towards an intention that we create and decide for ourselves. Okay, to those of us who are listening, if my audio drops out or if anything changes where it's low quality, please let me know in the chat box there. Okay, I want to talk about the breath now. So for our next technique, we have 15 minutes together still remaining in this session. So the breath. So for those of us who are seasoned meditators and yogis, you already, great, Leland, I'm glad, thank you. We already have become familiar with the term and the practice of ujjayi breathing. So ujjayi, it's a fun vocabulary word. Let me go ahead and type it here in the box. Ujjayi. Fun, you should try to say it to yourself, ujjayi. So what that word literally translates to is victorious or victory. And when we talk about breathing with ujjayi breath, we're using victorious breathing. And what is implied by that name is that once we do this type of breathing, we become victorious over our thoughts and emotions. We, our true self, our higher self, have achieved victory over the incessant, sometimes controlling, sometimes debilitating habits of the mind, the tumultuous nature of our thought, of our habitual thoughts and subsequent emotions. So when we breathe with ujjayi breath, we've become victorious. So how do we do that? Well, the physiology of it is the muscles around the trachea, the windpipe, are being constricted, are being flexed. So your windpipe is a tube that air goes through. When you flex the muscles, you thin the air passageway. So the physical pathway is being thinned or narrowed. And what happens when you pass a fluid, which is the air, through a thinned passageway, there's more friction. There's friction that happens, right? Friction builds heat. It also creates sound. So we create sound in the throat and we build a little bit of energy, heat. And those two things give us a focal point for our mind. So our brain can focus on something and it gives us one pointed attention. So the mind is being controlled and subsequently suffering is being reduced because we're present. We're present. We're not thinking about past events, future events. We're present. So let's see if you can hear my ujjayi breathing. So when I'm breathing normally, the emphasis is normally in the nose, right? So you hear sound coming through as a result of the vibration of the air passing through the nose. That's normal breathing. When we do ujjayi breathing, we put the emphasis in the throat. So here we go. So if you can hear that, the vibration is happening here, not up in the throat, in the nose rather. And the easiest way to describe it is if you imagine yourself on a cold winter day in front of a window or a mirror, and you're going to fog the mirror with your breath. So When you make that sound with your throat, those are the muscles that we're targeting there. So when you make that sound, hey, Lori, it's good to see you. When you make that sound with your throat, those are the muscles that we're engaging. And then we do that with sealed lips. So if you practice that, but just do it with closed mouth, that's ujjayi. And then we do it with the inhale and the exhale. So. And you can engage it strongly or a little bit more gently, depending on the intensity that you choose. Okay. So that's the ujjayi breath that we engage in yoga practice and usually in most meditation or pranayama techniques. So pranayama, if you're not familiar with that term, that just means breathing techniques. Pranayama. So there's the second vocabulary word. And pranayama literally translates to the restraint of energy, the restraint of prana. So ayama means to control or hold, restrain, and prana is energy or life force. Okay, for our next technique, so we're going to do two things. The first one was very simple, that scanning action that we did as we breathed, scanning of the body. The second thing we're going to do is a little bit more involved, but it's a visualization that involves self-healing. So who wouldn't benefit from some self-healing? All right. So I'll guide us through the process, of course. Remember that ujjayi breath we discussed. Remember our tall spine. So please readjust your seat. If you have begun to slouch or get a little bit too comfy, we want the spine to be tall. Okay, so for a moment here, I'd like you just to let your left hand rest on your thigh and just bring your right hand, the right palm, just over your navel, your belly. I know you can't see it on the screen here, but just bring your right hand over your navel, which is the belly button area. Let the eyes close, sit tall. Be comfortable here. Shoulders relax, face relaxes. Engage ujjayi breathing and breathe slowly and deeply. And there's gentle pressure, about a pound of pressure that you're exerting from your hand onto your belly area, just to become aware of that place in the body. Now, draw your attention behind the hand, so into the body a little bit, so into the navel area, into the abdomen. So keep your awareness there and go ahead and remove your right hand. Let your right hand and left hand both rest on your thighs now or in your lap, but keep your awareness. So behind the navel, this is the third chakra. The yogis teach us that the second chakra, which is the top of the sacrum, the third chakra, which is the navel, solar plexus, these two are generally responsible for the healing of our physical body. So continue to breathe deeply and keep your awareness behind the navel, inside the abdomen, lower abdomen. Develop an awareness there, and as you breathe in, sense that there's heat, light, focus. Perhaps you see a flame behind the navel, inside the body. So allow this light that you're developing awareness of to glow. And as you breathe, as you inhale, the glow enlarges, and it enlivens the lower abdomen. Think of it as your inhale is fuel for the fire. Each time you inhale, the flame and the glow become bigger and brighter. And now we have established a ball of bright energy in the lower abdomen, this ball of light. And this ball of light has a natural ability to soothe and heal, even immunize, protect the body and our energy. Continuing to inhale and charge it up, and the exhale is like a cleansing process. Really focus the mind on this bright ball of energy in the lower abdomen. See the outlines of it. Feel the sensations of it. Make it real. And now we move into the process of actually moving this energy, this ball of light, inside the body. So, with your own awareness, guide it to the left and to the right of the lower abdomen. Slowly move it around the abdomen, lifting it towards the heart, towards the chest. And as you move this ball of light, it provides soothing and healing for the tissues of the body, the energy of the body, the bones and the skin. Move the energy around left and right from one side of the chest to the other, even up into the shoulders. And back down to the pelvic area. Let's send it down the right leg as well, through the inside of the leg, all the way down the thigh, the calf, down to the feet, the right foot. Bring it back up. It's like you're painting the body with healing energy. Move it over to the left leg. Washing the physical body clean of any impurities. Down the left leg to the foot. Back up. Now take it up to the arms. Go on your own for a few moments and just keep maneuvering this energy around the body, this ball of light. Don't leave any corner of the body untouched. Make sure you lift it through the neck and throat up into the head as well. And now let's reestablish this ball of light back behind the navel. And for the last part of this meditation, grow this ball of light larger still. Allow it to extend beyond the physical boundary of the body. Grow the light outside of the body. So now we're sitting in a cocoon of healing light, a bubble, an egg, if you will. Inside of this protective energetic sheath, nothing can harm us. Nothing unwanted, nothing unhelpful can penetrate. Develop a real and actual sense of security, of safety, of complete health, holistic wellness inside this energetic boundary that we've created. Rest here. Now, to begin to come out of the meditation, start to deepen your breathing once again. Sending pure, clean, fresh energy to all the extremities of the body as you breathe. Let's chant Om together. Feel free to chant it audibly at home or wherever you are, or just mentally chant with me. Let's prepare with an inhale and exhale. Breathe in and out. Inhale, prepare. Let's bring our hands into prayer pose at the heart. The thumbs touch the heart. Bow the chin. Develop gratitude for yourself. Just be grateful. Don't think about anything else right now other than I am grateful for myself. I am grateful for me. I honor myself. One more big inhale and exhale. And slowly open the eyes. Thank you all so much for joining. If you have any questions or comments, please type them or send them to us and we will reply. Thank you to Leland for having me. Thank you. So next Tuesday morning, same time, 7:30. This will be available on our page as well. Warriors for Life America. It'll be available forever. So enjoy. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you. Namaste, Laurie.